Hello, everyone. I am introducing the Packard Bell Legend Mini, built for full-size Raspberry Pi. I designed this in Fusion 360. Had a pretty good time enjoying designing this. So what you're seeing here is just a render of it being put together. Um, this case consists of a 25 millimeter fan. And if you're noticing, I realized I don't know where my big jar of spare screws are, so I'm using some thumb screws to hold it together. And if we take a look at how the Pi is mounted, I have some way too long screws in there that need to be replaced in the near future. What I had originally designed this for is M2.5 knurled nuts to be melted into the bottom of the case, and then you can use M2.5 screws to hold the Pi in place. I'm using a SD card extender, which will put a full-size SD card slot in the front of the case. And if I were to print the floppy insert, which I do plan on doing, the SD card will fit right inside of there so that it can be accessed from the front. Things to note that are coming soon. I'm going to print the rest of these pieces out that go in the front, make the power button work, which I may wind up just using an 8 millimeter momentary switch in the hole instead of trying to make the printed part work, although the printed part is available if you print this. And then I need to find my screws sets or just buy some more screws so that the fan in the back will be mounted correctly, because right now, yeah, it's mounted with case screws and they thread into the fan just fine, but it looks ridiculous. Another thing is the HDMI cord sticking out of the CD-ROM 5 1/4 bay is because I bought a really heavy grade panel mount HDMI adapter, which is just way too heavy to fit inside of this thing without just breaking the case or busting the Pi, and beyond getting in the way. It really needs to be like 4 inches long, if that. So I'm gonna try to find one of those little flat ribbon cable guys, but all the things I can find are like 19 inches long, and I don't need that. So I might even just widen the hole and use a right angle adapter that we can plug it in on the inside. But we'll see. So that will be on the agenda for the next update for this, and be on the lookout. Probably going to try to design the monitor that goes with these, with speakers that can be detached from the side, but I'll be using those to hide the edges of a 7-inch LCD so that it appears the LCD is 4x3, but more on that later. I might share on Twitter or Mastodon some of my progress. And I will be putting the links to my GitHub where you can download these models if you're interested in printing them out. They are STL files, so feel free to modify them in any way if you as you please, make it fit another machine. There are a couple small board computers that about this size, and I contemplated using something x86 based, that if I could find one, because that would be much more DOSy than the Raspberry Pi. But anyway, hopefully get this going with Dosbian and get some games, some obscure stuff I used to play back in the day in DOS, and not the norm. I honestly didn't play Doom that much, or Wolfenstein. I did, but more of a Rise of a Triad guy, or Warcraft. But anyway, thank you for watching.